So we have Edwin Edward with us. For all the people who are joining our Wednesday weekly coaching call, they may know him. He basically said that I have an exam on this, and guess what? This guy cleared PMP. So Edwin, first of all, congratulations from the entire
Thank you.
PMP community, and we can see the Christmas celebration behind him. So Merry Christmas in advance, Edwin.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Edwin, the journey of PMP is entirely different for each PMP aspirant. It is full of twists, turns, and finally, in the day, the real day when you have to give exam, it's all about keeping your nerves calm. Edwin shared with me yesterday that I cleared the exam. I always wanted to record the journey within the first 1 hour because the feelings, the adrenaline rush you have that time is just unparalleled. But it's good to have you finally with us. I just recorded journey of Hamad, who actually cleared PMP 10 days ago. So it is good to finally get the journey from you. And thank you very much for giving your time for recording this journey. Because remember this thing, you are doing this for the PMP community. They will learn from your lessons, and I hope they can apply in their own PMP. So please share your journey in your way.
Okay, so I started this journey like I never had a plan to do PMP. So I thought to like join some class for basically to understand the concept. So I joined one of the class in India, and it was free learning. It was he was a good mentor. So while like in the middle of the class and when we were giving the mocks, like there was weekly mocks and everything. So I was getting good score, and I thought to finally apply for the PMP's certification examination, and I applied for it. So in fact, we started with some scheduled plan. So plan was already been shared. Like there was a date which was fixed. So it was early 19th of December, which was a date, and then I got a study plan, and based on the study plan, I started preparing for it. So when the class was finished, I could complete the reading. So I read Rita 10th version and Agile Practice Guide. Both were wonderful books. So Rita is like a little bit lengthy. I felt a little bit. Sometimes I used to feel
you are a hard-working student, because you may have been listening to the journeys after long time. I'm recording someone's journey who have read the books, because all my students, I ask them, book, put them aside. Let's do PMP. Later on, you can study the book. Please continue.
So like even in my engineering days and MP days, I never read any book like that much. It was always like some notes and guide.
Yeah, Rita is
a
tough book.
Yeah, Rita is a good book, and Agile Practice Guide is also good. In fact, Practice Guide is very small. I think we can complete it within 2 or 3 days.
When you have read Rita, after reading Rita, Agile Guide really seems a small book in comparison to that, right? That is the reason. No?
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I did it parallelly, like even the Agile and Predictive was done parallelly. And I also used to do the chapter test in the Rita after completing the course. And then I took a mock in my institute, and I got a decent score. And I was not sure actually, so I thought to read it again. That was my main purpose.
Again, Rita.
Yeah, again Rita and Agile Practice Guide. So that was my plan. So I started with Agile Practice Guide, and I was able to complete it within 2 days.
You are awesome, brother. You are just awesome. Read 2 times.
No, I didn't read it again. So Agile Practice Guide I read, but Rita I was planning to read it, but I didn't read. No, I didn't continue. Started with the second one. That was my plan earlier. Okay. And one thing happened is that as soon as you complete the Rita, right, you will forget the things which you studied earlier. For example, I forgot the concepts of crashing and fast tracking. Though I read it, so then I was a little bit nervous actually, like whether I will be able to give the exam. If this is a case, like after completing one complete, whether I will be able to remember everything. So I even checked with other people. So they said the same thing that's happening with everyone. Since it took around 1 month to complete that Rita, right? So I checked with some of the persons who are already cleared. So they advised me to go and like start with your mock. Instead of reading the book, it doesn't make any sense, since it won't give that much value addition. It may not give value addition. And then I thought, then someone suggested me to start with the mock. Then I did a complete mock. Earlier it was like weekly mock and everything. And the complete mock I scored, I think 67%. That was fair enough, decent score. But I was still not having the confidence. And I had this timing, like it was during mid of November, and I had the date which was planned like 19th of December.
Was the
And
date planned or was the date fixed?
date was planned. Date was planned. So it was 19th of December as per my original plan when I started it. That is what my mentor told me. Like just go with the plan, because otherwise the people will procrastinate and it may push and may not be able to complete it. So so I was a little bit confused at that time whether should I go and book the exam in PMI, but I didn't do it. Then people suggested me like go with the Andrews course and Joseph's course in Udemy. So I went for Joseph.
Let me stop here, Edwin. So
Yeah.
first you took our training program, okay?
Yeah.
And then you read Rita. Then you read Agile Guide. After that, you did mock. After that, you went to the Andy Ramdayal course. Went to the complete course.
No. For Andrew Ramdale, I went with Agile. So Agile people said that Agile is very good, and I was getting that course like free of cost because of
Udemy is always off. So how much hours? Because Andy course is entirely 35 hours. How many hours?
So it was 10 hours. 10 hours. So 10 hours I did parallelly. 10 hours with Ramdale.
Edward, I have really respect for you, man. I'm gonna say one thing. You are gonna be very much successful. The hard work, the persistence, the hustle you put is like seriously very interesting, because I will come to that later. Why? But this was amazing. Then
so then so I got 1 month left. So I planned it to complete Andrew Ramdayal, Agile and Predictive from Joseph Phillips by starting of December.
from
first week of
Joseph
December.
Philip, what you did?
Predictive approach.
So for the predictive part, because I know Joseph course has been #1 previously. For the predictive one, I have watched all those courses like 2 to 3 times. I have to teach others, so I watch everything. I buy everything. I watch everything. So you took the course from there, and predictive part you took it from Joseph Philip, and since his agile part is relatively not that much, and you did agile part from Andy Ramdayal, right?
Yeah. So everything, like I kept a timetable, like not schedule in front of me. Like I need to finish it by within this time. Otherwise I won't be able to, like I put a deadline for each of activity. Like for example, predictive, I need to complete 3rd chapter within so and so date. There used to be vary. I may not be able to meet the target, so I would reprioritize my study plan accordingly. And then I think it was like I had approximately 1 or 2 weeks, 1 week, I believe. And then I did few full mocks, and I contacted my mentor. So he said me that I think I completed 3 or 4 mocks at that time. It was 3 mocks from 3 full mocks from my institute, and 1 full mock, I believe it was Andrew, I believe. And then I contacted my mentor. So he said me that I think it's enough to stop doing your mock and go and give the exam. So that's what he suggested me during first, I think 2 weeks before, 1 week before, mid of December, I believe. Not mid of the first week of December. And I booked the exam during 22nd of December, during the last week of November. So I booked it because I heard that during the last week of December, you won't get that slot. So I booked that 22nd December, I think last week of November, 27, 28 November. So I told my mentor, like I already booked it. Now what happened is that at the first week of December, many of my batchmates got passed. And this really, I was losing my patience. Because they got passed, and then I thought now I got 2 more weeks to do, and it was really causing me losing my patience. Like I need to now study more, or 2 more weeks are there. And then finally I spoke with those guys who cleared the exams. Then they told me like the exams is not like what we are giving in the actual mocks. Like it is more to a situation based questions, not the theoretical one. And they suggested like to go with Andrew Ramdayal situational questions in YouTube, and also they recommended your YouTube channel, and that's when I came to know about
First of
the
all,
YouTube channel.
so sorry that
Yeah.
you came to know so late. I need to increase my promotions and advertising because you suffered, man. You suffered big time. Like you, my daughter always like whenever we are going somewhere and we go round, she says, we are going round and round. Same thing was happening to you. Like you studied very hard, brother. Okay, then after then, okay.
Okay, then I made a plan that then I saw I was there in couple of the I saw your couple of this one Q&A, the situational based, and then I joined. I think I joined one of your live session on Wednesday, where you asked me a question and I did it very fast, and you told me like slow down. I think you know it, but you need to slow down. And the same thing was told by my mentor also. So my like attempt. The rate by which I attend the question is very fast. Even I was knowing it. So the thing is that before doing this PMP, I did PSM and PSPO, where we only have 45 seconds for a question. So, and it was a complete pressure. So
That was
I
the
adapt that
That was
strategy. I don't want to waste it. And I was always able to clear my exam. Like if I see for full mock, right, I was getting 45 to 60 minutes in hand pending with me. So, and then you suggested me, even my mentor suggested me like slow down. There's nothing, no hurry to catch any train or something like that. And then I thought to, okay, now it was hardly 1 week there. And then I also went through this agile, the Andrew Ramdayal's mindset video. I think you also have some similar type of mindset, which I saw that in the video, where like we can eliminate the options after the 4 options without reading the complete sentence. We need to just go to the last sentence and then eliminate the 2 options, like for example escalate, stop, and all those keywords, and then read the question and then apply the logic. So that worked well. My strike rate increased, the correctness increased with this logic. But that has a trade-off, like my speed got decreased.
Yep.
So
Yep.
so even during the last week, I attended 4 full mocks and few 60 mocks of Andrew Ramdayal. So that also helped me. I was planning to purchase your mock also, but eventually I didn't have much time.
You did so much things. I don't think so. There was any kind of
Yeah. That's what I feel right now, that I need so much thing. It is not required.
And
But
Andrew mocks are good. I know that for a fact. Shri Ram mocks are good. I know that for a fact. So there, you already did so many things. I don't think so. You needed to purchase my mocks further.
yeah,
Because you have already. Even if you have asked me, I would have said the same thing to you. You don't have to do that. Only watch my coaching calls. One one student came to me today. His exam is on 25th of December. He said that the same thing he found me like 2 days ago. He said that what could be done right now. I told him 2 things: watch my journey videos and watch the last 20 coaching calls. He said, should I purchase your mock? I said, no, you cannot do 6 mocks. So it does not make sense that you buy those mocks. But now, in order to compensate the people for 60 question, 2 days ago, I made a new set of mocks. I haven't published it to anyone yet, and I haven't shared it. I just put it there for my own students, but that is 60 process. 6 set of questions, only process. I am also writing it down maybe by the end of the weekend, but I have a batch tomorrow. Let's see. I'm also going to make 60 6 set of people, so that you can get prepared for the real exam in the form of, instead of full mocks. I don't think so full mocks make that much sense right now when the exam is coming in 60. What do you think?
Yeah, so there are 2 options. Like Andrew full mock is which is of 180 questions, and then Andrew's there is, if we go to TIA, right, there is 60,
Yeah,
60,
I know.
60. So that is
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
And even in street learning also, we have 40, 40, 40. Like weekend mocks, it's like 40 questions with an hour. So that is to increase the speed and everything. Not only speed, to adapt to that culture. Like, so yeah, but 60 is very good. Even that is what I felt in the real exam. Like I go and complete one session, I take a break, I come back, again attend the 60 questions, and then take a break, and then final 60. And one thing I missed to tell you, like the journey videos. So journey videos, I think I started last Thursday, as my exam was on Wednesday. So so my friend suggested go through this video also. And that is really good thing where I think, Amir, like which you have created, like each chapter, it is only taking 20 to 30 minutes. So since I read all those things, and this is like something sort of last day revision. I'm not sure whether you heard about that. We had this during in our school days and in our engineering. We will get
I
some
do
books
have,
last
but
day.
I have something last day of revision more concise than even Jenny videos.
2 hours. 2 hours.
No, it's more of a 15 minutes. 15 minutes, everything. Yeah, I keep on, I don't fix my plan. I'm a very agile person. Like I was talking the same thing about Hamad, who's a Jenny recorded. Like he was referred by two students, one who cleared in December last year and one who cleared in June this year. So he told me that both of them have done different things, entirely different process. I keep on revising the entire process after 3 months. The reason is that the journey videos are valid, very valid for 2022 right now. But if the exam changed, I have put like, on my channel, I have more than 1,000 videos. I came an idea, I found something from anywhere. I extremely love Steve Jobs, what he said, we are shameless about our stealing. So artists never steal, and I consider myself as artist. So wherever I get anything, I make into my own language. This Asian, this Gulf, our language is different from Ricardo Vagrias, people from Europe. Our language is different from maybe the people in US. So we understand at a different level. So I need to make something easily digestible, because I got only one talent. I know that, and that is I can make things simple. That's what I know. I can make things simple, so I take everything and I make it that. And I am working further how to further simplify. Instead of 20 minutes, make it 5 minute every topic. That would be maybe more helpful for the what you are saying, final day preparation.
The last minute revision.
Last minute.
So I started with that on last Thursday, and my exam was on Wednesday. So I made sure that I'm completing all the chapters right by Monday, and on Tuesday again I went through your videos. So this has really saved my time. Like in fact, I was planning to do one more Andrew and one more Joseph and one more street learning mock, like not mocks, street learning video. But then I thought that it is too much, and this video helped me actually. And on the day of the exam, I went through your 2 hour one. I know there was 27-minute one also, the complete journey, but I thought that better to take the 2 hour one. And I did it the first thing in that early, like morning. My exam was at 2 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And after that, while going to the center, I went through Andrew Mindset one more time. So yeah.
Can you explain what is Andrew Mindset in summary?
So Andrew Mindset, like it's part of his Udemy course. Okay, so if you go through it's one
I know
Udemy course.
1 hour 30 minutes in the last. I know that. I told you I have his course. I have read it for the audience.
Okay, so in that he says like there are few tricks which he has done, and he did it first himself itself. Like, so if person won't read that question, complete question, he will read the last line of the question. So the keyword is like what as a pre-PM you will be doing next, or you will be doing first. So in both the cases, the mindset is that we won't be taking any major action like updating any project plan, or no plans will be updated. Or the other option, we will be doing like we will be reviewing the things like we'll discuss with the team member, or we will understand the concern, we'll analyze the things. And then there is one more way by which we can ask the question is that what the project manager will do. So in that time, we may take a concrete action. That's what the mindset. And So first thing is that we will read the last part of the question, and then we will come to the option. In the option, there are few words like escalate. If yes, you need to escalate to anyone, or if you need to talk to sponsor, discuss with not yes sponsor, yeah. So, or we will terminate anyone, we will remove them, we will change that person from the team, we will talk to HR. All those are no. Or we'll stop the project, or we will delay the project. So all those things are a big no. That will be eliminated right at that time. And then there will be like generally we will have two options, which can be a good close, and then go and read the question, and then come back and evaluate the options. So mostly after this two options, the one will be correct. But there may be a chance that what we eliminate that could also be correct, but we need to just analyze the question and make the decision. So yeah, so this is the mindset video, and we did it for predictive and adaptive, and that really helped.
If I put it in one line, when you are talking, my mind was just saying one thing: how can I put it in simple language? Use servant leadership mentality.
Exactly, servant leadership members, and that's what I faced in PMP also, like actual exam.
What I said, you were saying final prep. I have last minute call with all my students. Like my entire system is based on one thing. My students don't ask me, I ask my student, just like a daily stand-up, and they have to block me, or they have to stop replying, and many of them do that. Many of them don't do everything because they get busy or things like that. I gave them after training weekly roadmap, and in my roadmap they have to clear PMP in 3 weeks, not 3 months, 3 weeks. So, and because they don't have to read books, that's the reason. Otherwise it's not possible. They don't have to read the books, only my material, that's enough. Because as I said, I took everything from everyone. I have studied Rita. I guess it will be somewhere here. I was among the first people who bought the book. The any day the book came, I bought it, I read it, I get the best content, I put it in my material. I do it from everywhere. Since I'm an authorized PMI trainer, my base material, 80% content is official PMI content. Then my own mind maps, my student makes it. You may have seen it today. I posted one of fundamental mind map. One of my new student made it. I put it there. So mind maps there, journeys videos there. Then all those things. Then on final day, I keep on asking them and providing them weekly roadmap, changing their roadmap accordingly. I know each of my students very false. I don't I don't allow more than 25 students in a batch. My batch is small. I don't allow more than 25. That's the limit, because I know if I allow that, I cannot have that one-to-one interaction. My programs are premium. They are not inexpensive. For example, one-to-one is $9.99 and batch is $499. So they are towards more of higher cost, but I keep the batch small. So I keep on pushing them, keep on asking them, being a servant leader, helping them. And then on final day, for example, today Sarnaya cleared and Anthony cleared. I had them call at 5 a.m. India time last night. 5 a.m. Because I knew their exam, they were both, one was in Nigeria time, the other was in EST time. So I wanted to talk to them on their exam night, so that they have exam at 8 a.m. In that call, I explained the final thing also. Have a servant leader mindset. Collaborate, help, identify training need, be like a father, be like a mother. And if there is any negative thing, direct fire, put it aside. That's not the answer. Second thing, agile mindset. Third thing, my timing rule, 80, 80, 70 or 80, 75, 75. That's it. Follow this thing. Anything else, you are already prepared. So that's what I put it there. Okay, now let's talk to you about the exam day. How was your exam?
So I was very nervous like day before, from the one day before.
Sure.
Though I was having decent score in the mock, but not sure, like why I was so nervous. And I went to the exam hall also when this one started, right? I went to center-based exam, and he gave me that the coordinator gave me all the details, which I was already knowing, but I listened to him. And then the exam started, and I was planning to do it like first, each session will take around 60 to 75 minutes. That was my target. But when I started it, I'm not sure what happened. It was like not going at the required rate. And even my mentor advised, like, you won't feel, you will slow in first 15 questions, since that nervousness, that anxiety would be there. So I was knowing it, that strike rate would be like speed rate, run rate would be very less. Okay. And something happened, like there was one person, I think he was giving GMAT in the center, and he was just typing very fastly, like in the keyboard, and it was disturbing me. Then I raised my hand, I called the coordinator, and I used the earplug. And I like, the question was I was not able to attend at the required run rate, I would say. And I was feeling sleepy also at some time during the first session. I was. And
Seriously,
the question was,
you are sleepy. I remember one of my student, Ali, last year, he slept.
Yeah.
He slept for 30 minutes in the exam. So this is the second student. It's interesting.
No, I didn't sleep, but I was feeling very sleepy. I'm not sure what was happening to me. And the question was also very much confusing. Like, I was not able to, even by applying the mindset, I was not able to, for some question, like none of the option was looking correct to me. See, we will say that question is tough when we see that there is a close fight between two options, right? But in this, none of the option was looking correct to me. I was expecting something else also, but option was not looking correct. I then clicked any one of the option, and I went forward, because I was spending some time, like 2 minutes, more than 2 minutes for that particular question. I faced such type of questions, I think, more than in one session, 6 to 7. In the first session was really tough. More than tough, I would say, like, I was not able to meet that required run rate, the speed.
How much time you took to complete the question? 60 questions.
First session?
60. Yeah.
78 minutes.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah. So I was planning to do it by 60 to 75 minutes. And there's one more challenge which I faced. Yeah, one more challenge which I faced is that the timer is like, it starts from 2:30, which I was knowing it, but all the mocks which I have given, okay, it starts with 3 hours 50 minutes.
Oh.
So the calculation part was a little bit difficult. I need to consider, like, how many questions I've attempted, at what rate, and what is a pending we will know, but burn down we will know, but the burn up I was not able to understand the velocity also of each question. So in the complete question, I use calculator only for calculating, like, what is my strike rate or the velocity of my questions. So I use calculator in between. There's no questions, numeric questions. Yeah. So first session was a little bit tough, and then after 78, it asked me to whether review. I didn't went for any review. I just closed it. I went out, took a break. I went outside. And then I washed my face. My eyes was completely red at that time. I was so sleepy. I just washed my face. I had one chocolate.
Good.
Yeah, my mentor suggested, like, to have some chocolate. It will give some energy from the mind. And then I went for the second. Second one was fairly easy compared to first one. But all the questions, what I felt is that all the questions was too lengthy. Not too lengthy, I would say, but more. It was in sentence. Generally, when we attend any mock, there would be options would be like of 1 or 2 words, but everything was scenario based, and all the questions, most of the questions had the option like, what would you do as a project manager next, or what would you do as a project manager. I was irritated by that sentence every now and then to see that word. What will you do as a project manager? All the questions. Then, yeah. Then second section.
How much time you took for the second one?
I think 80 minutes for that. 80 minutes. It was easy. The first half of second session was easy, but second half of second session was a little bit, questions were much more lengthier. And again, like, I was feeling a little bit sleepy and all those things. And I increased. So whenever I was seeing that I won't be able to complete within 75 minutes. 75 minutes was my target. I would skip that mindset method. I will directly go and apply my method, the faster one, because I don't want to take any risk. Like that, for example, after 60 questions, I would have applied 10 questions at the faster one, directly going and give it. And 50 questions I would apply the mindset to in order to cover it. And the second section was finished, and then I took a break. I again washed my face, and then I came back for the third session. Third session was much easier than first and second session. I was able to complete like first 30 questions within 30 minutes, 30 to 35 minutes. So I had time. Then I reduced the speed. I thought I was knowing that I would be having some 5 to 10 minutes extra. And the next 30 questions, the last 30 questions, I reduced my speed very slowly. Just make sure that I'm going at a slow pace. And yeah, I was able to complete
The
it.
last,
I think
how much time you took?
last, I think I had 5 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes pending with me.
Okay, 4 to 5. So your time management was okay. I don't think so there was any issue. I guess you were more towards the nervous side as compared to when you were doing, right?
Yeah, I was completely nervous. Not sure what happened, but I was nervous. And even the timer was main challenge for me. Like initial, so second session and third session, once it reached 150, I think, yeah, 150, right? 150 for 2 sessions, the timer was not a big challenge because I was knowing like, okay, 75 minutes. And then I was able to calculate. But the 230 to 150 was a little bit difficult for me.
Yeah, that thing created a problem basically because you did not know that the timer will be moving backward. That's an important thing to, yeah. And I will make a video what to expect on the last day and how to. I will make one more video because once the video goes down, I actually post minimum one video daily. So maybe video went down, people haven't watched, and I will put it in the playlist so that more and more people can get benefit from it. Okay, let's start it. Yeah,
even my mentor said that before only, because in even the street learning mocks, it is like 3 hours 15 minutes. They're planning to work on it, but I was not knowing it would affect me so much in the first session, basically. But
no, it does.
second,
It does because I always last night, Sanaya, I told her the timer will be, and basically the mock I provide them that moves in the negative direction, so that may have helped. Plus, I did specifically told them you cannot go back to the. Once you have another thing, once you have taken the break, you cannot go back to the first section. So actually you don't have one exam, you have 3 exams, 60, 60, 60. You don't have an exam of 180 question. Once you are on the question number 61, you cannot go back. That's an important thing. Okay, Edwin, which was the most highlighted area in your exam?
People.
So still the people, because on daily basis I'm keep asking this question. PMI is gonna shift their pattern at any day. This is important for everyone because some people will gamble. They only prepare for people, and suddenly what will happen? The process will be the dominated area. And what about risk quality procurement? How much that were in the exam?
So it was very less, I would say. So most of the questions were like stakeholders, team. Okay, and yeah, stakeholders, team, and yeah, that's it. And now there's one more thing which we need to consider. Like when we say people, I felt that more than 80% or 70 to 80% question was from people only. Now PMI, what they have done is that though we will think it is a people, they will put other questions also inside it. Like maybe the procurement one inside the people only. And what will you do as a project manager? I'll give you one example. Like there was some question I don't remember exactly, but something like vendor one. Okay, so the procurement one. So in the procurement, we will study the cost plus fixed, the fixed price one, and all those things, right? Time and materials. Now the questions which they will ask is that there is some issue happened with the vendor. Okay, and then how you will do what will you do as a project manager? So it would be again like you will apply that mindset, the servant leader mindset. So there was no question of regarding cost and time and material and everything. So it is only about the agile mindset, though they have covered the procurement from that technically, but they are asking you they have mixed both the things. Or one more example, but this comes from the people itself. For example, the conflict one, right? It is from people only, but in mocks, what we have seen is that conflict, it would be like problem solving or the four to five strategies, withdrawal, other modes of this one. Now in the question, what they will ask you, they won't ask you, they will give you a scenario. Okay, there is some issue, something happened. What will you do as a project manager? And the statement would be like, you will go and check with the you will talk to the team members, well, between the two persons. So they won't come directly put it as a problem solving, but indirectly we need to understand, okay, what they're mentioning, thinking is a problem solving or withdrawal. So they will give such type of examples. So I believe PMI has covered it, all the things, but as when we are applying, we will think, okay, they are talking only about the people, but yeah. So they are covering in both the things.
Okay. Okay. So thank you very much for your time, Edwin. Any final advice you would like to say?
Final advice, like one more thing, like 70 to 80% questions are from agile. I think more than 70, and 10 to 15 questions are from hybrid. And most of the questions start like when company is moving from predictive to organization moving from predictive to adaptive. One final advice, like I would say, is that do not delay, don't procrastinate. If you have given the mock and if you're feeling it, you're comfortable, then don't delay it. You will clear it.
Yeah, and don't
It's
study.
not so tough. Yeah.
Don't study too much also.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Anything else would you like to add?
No, I'm good. I liked your journey videos. Actually, it was really helpful.
Thank you.
It was like last day revision or last minute revision, and yeah, I couldn't actually go through a complete question and answers one. I didn't have much time actually.
Brother, you passed the PMP, and I feel sorry because you studied so much. I could not reach you before. You see, when anyone is not able to do PMP, or when anyone took so much time, I consider it's my fault. I was not able. I consider that current engagement level and the desired engagement level. You were your engagement level was unaware. I should have done something better to make you a neutral stakeholder or a supporting stakeholder.
Yeah, I like the journey, though it took 2.5 months, but yeah, it is
Yeah,
good.
but you
Like
can.
once you get what
It is not. It is not in today's world, in the fast pace. I don't think it should take that much time with your hard work. But it does not matter actually. What matter is that you cleared it. You cleared it big time. So congratulations, my friend, for doing that from the entire PMP community, and thank you for being so generous with your time and sharing so many things. I wish you best of luck for your future endeavors, and Merry Christmas.
Yes.